Hey everyone, I'm David.
And I'm Phil.
And this is Optima TV, the tax show for people that owe. Here at Optima, we pride ourselves on helping taxpayers. Our mission is to help them. We get about 100,000 calls a month from taxpayers who find themselves in this situation. We launched Optima TV to help provide some of the answers that you may need if you happen to find yourself in this category. So I brought Phil along, who's our lead tax attorney and heads our resolution unit, and he's going to provide some of the answers. So we're going to be putting him on the spot today. Ready, Phil?
I'm always ready.
Okay, good. So tell us a little bit about your role and what you do here at Optima.
So I help oversee about 100 licensed professionals who help our clients ultimately navigate through their questions and really providing relief to their anxieties and fears and doubts that they have concerning their situation.
Great answer, man. So you've probably seen about 100,000 or so cases over
That sounds
your time
about
here?
right, yeah.
Well, maybe more, I would imagine. But we've graduated a lot through our program. We're very proud of our results. Okay, we received a lot of themes in January, and the biggest theme that came across was the Stimulus 2 payment or economic impact payment. And we have a few questions on that to hopefully help you if you have some of these. So the first one's from Axel in Miami, Phil. And he's asking, who is eligible for the economic impact payment or the Stimulus 2 payment?
So that's a very great question. If you received your first payment already, you'll definitely get your second payment. But generally speaking, as a single taxpayer, if you make less than $75,000, you're gonna get an economic impact payment.
What if I'm married?
That limit doubles, so if you file married filing jointly, it'll be up to $150,000 as a threshold. Just because you make more than those amounts doesn't mean you won't get any money. Okay. So there's a gradual phase out that does happen, so you may still see some money even though you make more than those amounts.
Great, thank you so much for that. Question number 2 comes from Dan in Fort Lauderdale, Phil. And here's the question. I believe I'm eligible. How can I check on the status of my payment? Where is it?
Well, you may be tempted to pick up your phone, right?
I don't know if you want to call the IRS right now.
Exactly. Well, luckily for us, IRS has provided great online tools to navigate through various statuses from refunds to EIP payments. And in particular, to get the status of your payment, you go to irs.gov and search for Get My Payments.
Perfect. That sounds like a good option for you. Okay, hopefully you guys are able to find that there. Next question is from Kristen in New York. And Kristen didn't qualify for Stimulus 1 payment because she made too much. However, in 2020, her income dropped significantly and she feels she's eligible because she earned $60,000 in 2020. She didn't get the 2020 check or this most recent check. What can she do? What are her options? Because it sounds like she's eligible.
The most obvious choice here is to go ahead and get her returns prepared. Okay. This way she can recover that payment through the recovery rebate claim that's available in the 2020 tax return. And
so Phil, when's the soonest that she can file that return to get that rebate?
So while you can prepare your return right now, you won't be able to file until February 12th.
Oh, so that's when tax season opens.
Exactly.
Thank you so much. Okay guys, last question from Ben in Arizona, and this is a great question for those that may happen to owe the IRS right now and are stressed about receiving their payment. He's saying, I owe taxes, can they garnish or seize, those are the words he's using, my payment?
Generally speaking, no.
But there was a confusing notice coming through our notice analyzer last week that said otherwise.
That's very true. I remember that case, David. It was the CP21C. Okay. It indicated that the payment was going to be offset to some prior tax debt.
And if I remember correctly, that was the 2007 year they were mentioning?
Correct.
Okay. So how do we handle that confusing notice? I mean, the taxpayer was concerned.
So we dug deep, we called the IRS, and we did get confirmation that this notice was issued in error.
Great.
So luckily, this client is going to receive their payment.
Awesome. So thank you. So the IRS was helpful for that one.
Correct.
Wow, Phil, that's concerning. That could be concerning for millions of Americans who owe the IRS and getting these confusing notices.
Our biggest fear is that this may be systemic and that the system's automatically generating these notices without regard to what's actually happening in reality, where the payments will be issued. I
can imagine the stress for that. We all know that everyone needs that check right now. This is a great time to introduce our Optima Tax app. It's available on any mobile phone. If you do get a confusing notice from the IRS, a lot of them are confusing, this is a way to figure out whether it's a legitimate notice and it'll evaluate the risk for you. So if it's a high risk notice, you need to get tax help, we'll be able to tell you. If it's on the lower end, we'll be able to tell you that as well. And even if it's a fake notice. So, so a lot of information there. Thanks again, everyone, for joining us today. Last thing is, if you have any questions you'd like us to cover, and Phil could probably help with this as well, you're going to be emailing optimatv@optimatax.com. We'll try to get to all your questions. Thanks everyone. This is Optima TV, the tax show for people that owe.